Pretty good.
I wish I could say the same thing this morning.
Hmm.
Because my fucking carer
Hmm.
texted me saying she weren't feeling very well, but she still came out.
Yeah.
She was, as soon as she got to the door, she started coughing. So obviously, I just said,
Yeah.
"Look, you know, I'm not being funny, love, but you need to go back home.
Yeah.
I'm not falling ill because of you guys."
No.
And she goes, "Okay, no problem."
Hmm.
I goes, I just thought to myself, it was just the irony of it all, because I did tell her to stay at home when she said she weren't feeling very well,
Yeah.
but she didn't fucking listen.
No.
So I just had to rush down to Tesco to get a few bits for the weekend
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Aye.
And then into Heavens for the last few little bits, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would have had the shopping done 2 hours ago if it wasn't for her talking to me about.
Yeah.
No.
Alright, it's just a good job I'm not actually planning on being on COD today, but that still weren't the point.
No.
Well, it's better than nothing.
Here we go.
You're not recording, are you?
Yeah.
I need to get the weapon
Oh, right,
fragment
it's
to
just
Gaia to analyze.
the only reason why I asked is
If we
because I
can
don't want
replicate
to start shouting a bit,
we'll have a way to
swearing
defeat
too
Zeus.
much if you're recording on.
Check on the clone too. Varl,
Well, I just
where's
thought
our
to myself,
guest?
so how stupid can you
We're
be,
in the
though?
maintenance corridor below the control
If you're
room.
ill, you're ill, you know, just admit it, you know.
Yeah.
The old ones
Yeah.
painted their faces with something called makeup, like the card show. Why?
Errand? You okay?
Huh? Oh
They're
yeah,
just
yeah.
using an excuse,
I mean, why
or
wouldn't I
yeah,
be?
I don't want to
There's
let you
two
down
of
like all
me
the other
now.
staff
Hey,
do.
there's
And I
two
goes,
of you
"Look,
now."
you know, if
At
you're not
least
very
you
well,
seem
I'm
to
not
be
going to
handling it
mind,
okay.
you know, at the end of the
I
day,
wouldn't say
because
that
Yeah.
exactly,
I have
but
times like that as well.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
How are you settling in?
Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land when he's not getting all tongue-tied. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady
It
or our
feels
new
sporty.
Otaru friend.
Well, what about the
14.
Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east, ordering them around?
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around to help the savior of Meridian.
Stigby, the chatty racing driver. Yeah, okay. He never says a fucking
I
word.
guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've
so
gotten
other
used
than
to
that, I'm
seeing
all right,
impossible
but,
things.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, you and me both. I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the Forge, the things I've been able to see. Granted, a lot of them are bad, you know, the old world ending and such. I'm still trying to wrap my head around most of it, but I never really understood how you were ever able to find my sister back in the Sundom. And now I do.
Well, now I'll get on watching what I was going to watch
That makes me
yesterday, but I
feel
never
like I
did
could
because
be
of him
useful.
coming round.
Yeah.
It takes some time, but yeah. What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. Guy reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in stormburn plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark and a boom.
I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
Dun dun dun. Let's see what she's got to say. She doesn't want to
No, no, no.
talk. Let's see.
Aloy, you're back.
Yes.
Yeah,
I have
I'm
returned.
just checking up on how everyone's doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us.
Come on.
Little?
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe. Sounds like you met my friend Talana.
Yes. The Karja Huntress. I haven't seen armor like hers since the Red Raids. But Varl tells me that she too suffered at the hands of the Mad Sun King.
Yeah. She's one of the good ones. Trust me.
It's a lot of things.
What are you up to?
Gaia was kind enough to put together a list of
Finally.
glyphs used by the Old Ones.
God,
She
2
helped me
hours and
decipher
27
some of
minutes.
the
God, these movies are long.
data you've
What movies?
collected and showed me how to use the focus to help the
Matrix.
process.
Ah, yeah.
It's not easy, but it's been working so far.
Why
That's
was
good
she
to hear.
watching?
Well, I'm trying to watch the new one, but
Yeah.
it's not, I'm not having much luck at the minute.
Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did, though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here, it is humbling, to say the least, and heartbreaking that such life should be bent on destroying ours.
I need to get going.
May the land bloom in your steps.
Yes.
Aloy, we've gathered some supplies in that chest.
Yeah, thank
Take
you.
what you need.
I will.
Is your focus acting up again?
That's fine.
This is over it. Let's see.
Looks like some of the holograms are working now.
I have repurposed the displays to track Regala's activity in the region.
A useful war map.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, but I must ask. The woman Varl and Aaron brought in, she's related to you.
It's hard to explain. She's more of a copy.
Good. If she's anything like you, we've just gained reinforcements.
Not really.
I heard my friend Talana came by the base. Did you get a chance to meet her?
Briefly. A bold woman going into Tenakth territory with that Karja armor of hers. She'll be lucky if my people don't shoot her on sight.
She'll be careful. She's just looking for someone who might need her help.
Whoever it is, they better be worth dying for.
Now that you know who the enemy is, do you have any questions?
I'll admit, I find them hard to grasp. From the heavens. And invulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy to you. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the deepest.
Didn't
What are
you
you
go
looking at
cinema
over
to
there?
watch this, if I remember?
The others have been
No,
helping me
not that
decipher
one.
the symbols the
Oh,
focus
wasn't it?
shows me.
Well, I went and saw No
I
Way
thought I
Home
tried to
Spider-Man.
understand the weapon
Ah,
you
that's
intend to
it,
use
yeah. I
against
knew
the
you
enemy.
watched one of them.
This Hephaestus, it will be able to make machines that answer to Gaia?
Yes,
How many?
as many as we need.
Such power. Has the world ever seen the like?
When we were at the Bulwark, the guard said something about the Wings of the Ten. Hikaru also mentioned it at the Cool Route. Dekka, too. What does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings and leapt into battle from the sky. For us,
Goodness
to
sake,
imitate this
come on.
feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess. And it is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Kulrut. Many times I imagined it as a child. The feeling of freedom. And the awe it must have inspired.
I'll just say one in some work, forget it for now. We've actually got one that works.
I need to go.
On your way then.
Dee. What else we got around here? Around here.
Looks like someone's put some of my stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your
Oh,
room.
excuse me.
Your companions thought you would appreciate a private space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them. This is the rite of passage that Vashav gave me at the embassy. I liked him. He seemed like a good man.
What are
I
you
think he was
eating?
really looking forward to going home.
A cheese cob.
My old spear. Rust helped me make it. When I finished my training. Feels like so long ago now. I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe. This must be from the Kulrut. Between the Rockbreaker and the Slitherfang, Regala really wrecked the arena. And I have a feeling she won't stop trying until Hikaro's dead.
So the old ones painted their faces with something called makeup, like the card show. Why? Yeah, it beats me.
Squirrel. Malshon. Pelican. What are you telling me? A lot of animals to get that upgraded.
Oh.
Can I make these?
Excuse me. Ooh.
Let's head down here first.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay.
Yeah, I made it back alright.
She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury? Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome. I don't understand. Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant. Is there anything that can help? Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work. Yeah. Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information. About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How do they get you? But let's start the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago? That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed. So far, Zenith established a colony world after all. Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable. Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves? Not their descendants. What? Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know? How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves? I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants. And you? Does that mean that you're... I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function. Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it? When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over. So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over? When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want. Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access.
Right, I'm just going to fill me water bottle up, sort me washing out, and I'll be with you, okay?
Yeah.
Trained you.
Coolio.
And you went along with it? They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit. So you know about the extinction signal? It's speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise. So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them? They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says. Eric, he's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab. He enjoys hurting people. Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zenith set up a base here on Earth. Where is it? Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine wars. It must be impregnable. What's inside the base? launch facilities so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit, plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need. Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met? I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space, other survivors of the colony. You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened? All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A. The Zeniths never told you any details. They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius. Guess they survived old age, too. How did you escape the Zeniths? Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. Then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity. You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly? Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me. The one the rebels killed, outside the facility. Banis dead? How did they bypass her shield? I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape? Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers. And the Gaia root kernel? I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me. Well done. You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing? The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA. I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it? That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access. You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that? But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress. Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database, before Ted Faro purged it. The Zeniths have a copy, so it still exists. And you got to learn from it. Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it. To have all that knowledge, just out of reach, must have been frustrating. All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or... So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths? How did you know? Optimal strategy, so? Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus. What? You don't have Hephaestus already? Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location, of course not! You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing. They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location. What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone.
Calm down.
You're gonna die. Hey. Calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help? I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry. Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
She's unstable.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
Welcome back. Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Eleuthia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The two remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Cylon's weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more sub-functions to get.
I do. Hello.
Sorry about that, mate. I just had to ring Wayne as well after getting back up here because I seen I had a message off him.
Yeah.
He's only got the flipping dates mixed up for his court times.
Yeah.
He's still got to be in court today, but he got the timing mixed up. Because he's supposed to go to court on the 11th, on the 25th rather, so she should have said for 11 o'clock, instead of today.
Yeah.
Today's meant to be at 2 o'clock, so he basically got up really early for nothing.
Yeah.
What an idiot. And I thought I was bad. Oh well.
Yeah.
That's his problem, not mine. I guess.
So I guess this one he'll find out what's happening then.
Well, this one's to do with the situation. Well, I don't want to say too much, but this is the one when he was carrying, if you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the other one on the 25th is the one to decide about what happens with the other one with his ex-missus.
Aye.
Which I don't think is going to go to court, like I said to him. If they were going to do that, I would have thought they would have rang him by now to let him know, so...
Yeah.
But obviously, we'll just have to wait and see on that one. But yeah.
I know.
Alright, now I can sit
makes
down
you
and
wanna
look
punch
at it
something.
because how's this controller doing? Because I do want to know about that. 1 bar. Okay, that should do for now. But no, I just want to get on with me. Try and get that FIFA season finished off with Chelsea today.
Yeah. Aye.